Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Hover. Today I'm here with another review of another base makeup product, which is this one over here, the Tonymoly BCDation SPF 30 PA++. It's in shade number 2, 차분한 Natural Beige. And I bought this at 18,800 Korean won. Let me just show you what the product is like. It comes in a pump packaging, which is really nice and hygienic. It worries me less when it's actually a solid plastic than a tube. Anyway, so you pump and you will see that it's a slightly liquidy but not a runny product, so it's nice to apply. It doesn't go that messy. Right off the bat, I am very impressed with this product. It's not the perfect product ever, but for the price I think it's pretty decent. First with the name. So it's called BCDation. If you have not guessed, it means that it's like a mixture of BB cream, CC cream and foundation. So it's supposed to have the skincare properties and easy application properties of the BB cream and CC cream, while having the natural color of a foundation and slightly more coverage that would be more appropriate for foundations. And it's exactly what you get on the face. I don't know, I am really impressed with the product, especially since my last purchase, which was the Espoir Nude liquid powder, which I did do a review on. You know, I spent so much money on it, but it was such a fail. But this, for a decent price, I'm very impressed, and it's very convenient for use and all of that. And to be honest, this is what I actually wanted a CC cream to be, because the color is really pretty. It's like a neutral but yellowish beige, and it applies pretty smoothly, pretty easily. But if you have not watched my previous Tonymoly CC cream review, that stuff was not impressive at all. I mean, I guess I'm more impressed with this product because I had very little expectations of it, just because the CC cream was such a fail. But I don't know, for the same price, I mean, you don't even have to like think for 2 seconds. I mean, just go for this. Why waste your money on something that you have to really work on your skin, and it just, you know, like accentuates the dry patches and all of that. And I'm talking about the Tonymoly CC creams. So if you're looking for a light coverage tinted moisturizer, moisturizer bit is a bit, I don't know, but if you're looking for light base makeup, this is the stuff to go for. And like I said, this is number 2, but it's pretty light. I think it's just right for my skin tone, which is about 20 to 25 NC in MAC shades, leaning closer onto the 25. So it's not, I don't know, the shade number 1 is lighter, but yeah. So I do suggest that if you think you have darker skin than I do, you should really test it before you actually purchase it. I like that this is a bit yellowish beige, not that it's pink or gray like the other BB creams. The coverage is light to medium, but I would say it's good coverage if you were to use it with a brush, foundation brush. I use a buffering brush, the Sigma Kabuki brush, round Kabuki. With this, it's okay. But if you were to apply it with your hands, it's either you have to really spread it out, which means that you will have a thinner layer, which also means that you will have less coverage. So you would have to keep layering if you're applying with your fingers to build up the coverage, but that's really okay because this applies really nicely, so it's easy to layer. So I mean, layering it is no problem, unlike the Espoir Nude liquid powder, which is also a pain in the butt to layer. The coverage is a bit light for a foundation, but I mean, I've seen foundations with barely any coverage, so that's okay. but it has more coverage than a CC cream would have, and I can't really say that for BB creams because there are high coverage BB creams. So yeah, it's like light to medium coverage that you will find it easier to layer. Just thin layers of the product. Make sure that you spread the product, that you really work the product in, not as much as the normal color change Tonymoly CC creams, but you know, just so that you know it's going to sit on your skin. Overall, I really think that unless you really love putting products on with your fingers, I mean, using a sponge or beauty blender or a brush, foundation brush, will do just fine. And although when you first apply it, I would say it sits pretty nicely, but as time goes by, the product, the natural oils in your face, if you have combination or oily skin, will sort of lift the product up, which means that it will go a little bit off during the course of the day. If you have really rough skin or really dry skin, really bad dry patches, it does show dry patches when you look closely, but it doesn't accentuate terribly. I guess that's because it doesn't have such heavy coverage, that it doesn't have too much color on it. But it will show dry patches, just not as bad as stuff like the Espoir Nude liquid powder. It's like, that product is like my standard of a failure, so yeah, bear with me. So that's cool, and it doesn't accentuate your pores, which is super nice. And as you can see, it's got a bit of a glow. If you've seen the advert, the TV commercial for this product with FX's Victoria in it, you will see that she like applies the product and like she looks at the mirror and she's like all impressed with the glow, and it does have a really nice glow. You can have a full glow, like 물광 effect, you know, like that dewy, ultra dewy effect, if you just take a moisturizing or hydrating essence or serum, or a thick viscous heavily moisturizing toner, and if you just wipe off your skincare products after your skincare, if you just, you know, wipe off the product and apply this thing with maybe a sponge or a beauty blender, you will see it's like the ultimate dewy glow. Like, yeah, like super glowy. So if you're interested in making really dewy skin texture, that's a tip that you can take home with. But even without that, it's got a decent glow. It's just not, oh my god, your skin is so dewy. It's like a natural glow. But if you have dry skin, it will look drier. If you have oily skin, in the course of the day, you will look like you've just fried your face in oil. So I do suggest that you keep a pretty good primer with this, because as time goes by, your facial oil will really sieve out and it gets super oily. So you will need touch-ups. But when I felt that I needed touch-ups, it was about like 2 to 3 p.m. and I had worn the makeup at around 9:30 in the morning, so I think that's pretty decent. It says that it lasts on your skin for 24 hours. That's like the biggest lie I've ever heard. That is so not true. I don't know what they tried it on, maybe like on the back of their hands, and they're like, oh, it's lasting for 24 hours. I mean, anything can last for 24 hours on the back of the hand, so I don't know what they did. But definitely not for the full day. But if there's one thing that's good, is that although it doesn't last for the whole day, when it goes away, it's not as ugly as some products like the Espoir Nude liquid powder. So when you realize that you need to touch up, it's like, oh, I guess I need to touch up, not like, oh my god, look at my face, I need to touch up, you know? So it's got a pretty decent melting kind of thing going on. So that's okay. I mean, like, it's not even 20 bucks. I can handle that. So the bottom line is that I am very satisfied with this considering the price, which is, like I said, it's like 18 US dollars-ish. And it's really good for light and daily makeup. It's easy to apply, especially if you have a tool. You don't have to, you know, like wash your hands and get, you know, messy and stuff. And it's actually really also good for mixing with heavier foundation just to make it easier to apply. I personally mixed this with my Misha BB cream and I was quite impressed with that. So especially if you have like a grayish product like the BB cream that I mixed with, it's a really nice neutral foundation to tone down an extreme, you know, color, so to speak. And since it does have a decent medium coverage, it doesn't kill, you know, the coverage of the heavier foundation, which is really good. And I say it doesn't have as much coverage as the Tonymoly Goddess Aura BB cream, the pink one. Still, it's so much better just because it's much more natural on the skin. The color is really pretty. And, you know, for something that I didn't expect something from, it far exceeds my expectations. Which I'm really happy with. I just wanna, before I finish, I just want to make sure that you know that this does not really moisturize the skin. If your skin is dry, it's just going to apply dry. If you have oily skin, it's just going to give you more glow, and it's not going to stop or block the facial oil. So it makes no difference to the condition of the skin. So don't be fooled by, you know, it hydrates your skin or moisturizes your skin or keeps the moisture of the skin for 24 hours, because like that's the biggest bullshit. The biggest lie that I've ever heard, like I said before. So as long as you keep those in mind, this is a pretty good product to spend a decent amount of money on. You know, you can just, you know, apply this on the go. It's really easy. You might need a concealer if you want a proper coverage, but that's, I mean, that you do that with all other base products with light to medium coverage, so that's cool. I think I've covered almost everything. I feel like I've said too many good things about this product, but like I said, for the expectations of the product that I had, I was very pleased. For the price that I paid, it's impressive. It's not the perfect product, but it's something that I don't mind using every day. I still do think that Hera CC cream is the best CC cream that I've ever tried, but I just feel that it's nice and light. This applies a little bit easier because it's applicable with a foundation brush, so I've been using this a lot more often, actually every day, for the past month, I think. So there you go, the Tonymoly BCDation, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.